Hi guys, this is Dawn with Furtastic Friends, and today I'm coming to you with another recipe. Today we are making Crockpot chicken and dumplings, and I'm going to show you what you need to make this recipe. Now, I saw this recipe on Catherine Plate's channel, and so I'm going to show you basically the same recipe that you can also find on her channel. She's got some great recipes, and I'm going to link her channel in the description box. So what you need is you need 2 pounds of chicken breast, 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, 3 cups of chicken broth, a teaspoon of poultry seasoning, half a tablespoon of garlic, a teaspoon of dried parsley, a teaspoon of black pepper, and you will also need now on her channel she uses canned biscuits that you would cut up into small pieces and then place in the last hour of cooking in the crock pot for your dumplings. But I'm going to be using Bisquick for my dumplings. And there's a recipe for dumplings made with Bisquick. Okay? So that is what you need. So let's get started. Okay guys, now the first thing you want to do is you want to throw in all of your ingredients except for your biscuits or your Bisquick, whatever you're making your dumplings with. That's going to be your last part, but you're going to throw all your stuff in except for the chicken, which means like the soup, the broth, and all your seasonings. Because we're going to just mix that up. And I'm going to put a little bit of this broth in these cans of soup to get the rest of this soup out of the can. That's what you hear me doing, pouring some of that 3 cups of chicken broth in here, just to get the rest of the soup out. And then I'll pour the rest of the chicken broth in. And then you have your choice. You can let this go on low for 6 hours or on high for 3 hours. And I'm kind of crunched for time today, so we're going to do the 3 hours. And when the 3 hours is up, then I'm going to pull out the chicken breast and I'm going to cut it up or shred it, put it back in, and then I'm going to make my dumplings, and it's going to go for another, well, since I'm doing Bisquick, it's probably going to go for another 30 minutes. But if you were doing the biscuits, like in Catherine's video, then it would go for another hour. Okay. Got all my soup. So now for the seasonings, we've got 1 teaspoon of poultry, half a tablespoon of garlic, a teaspoon of, now what did I do? Oh, there it is. A half a teaspoon of dried parsley. I'm sorry, that's 1 teaspoon of dried parsley. A teaspoon of black pepper. And that's all the seasonings. Okay, now I'm going to mix that all together. And I'm going to pour in the rest of my chicken stock, or chicken broth. Man, it hasn't even started cooking yet and it smells good. Actually, I'm sharing this with my friends with the dogs. This is her Crockpot, if you haven't already recognized it. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And now, throw in the chicken breasts. And that's it, guys. I'm going to set this for high. Let me clean off the edge of my bowl here. I'm going to put the lid on, and we're going to go on high for 3 hours. And once that's done, I'll be back, and I'll show you how I do my dumplings with Bisquick. Okay, guys, it's been 3 hours. And now it's time to shred the chicken. So I'm just going to pull. Yeah, the chicken is real tender, so I got to be careful. It's about to fall apart. So, yep. All you got to do now is just shred the chicken, which will be real easy because as right now I'm sitting here shredding it and it's just falling apart. So, that's all you've got to do is just shred the chicken. I'm going to show you what it looks like here in just a second. So you just take 2 forks and you shred up your chicken. I mean, that's just how tender the chicken is, and that's how fast you can do it. I'm going to go ahead and do the other 2 breasts the same way. And then I'm going to show you how to make the dumplings and put those in. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm done with shredding my chicken, and I put it back in the crock pot. Now, the other thing I'm going to do before I put my dumplings in is I'm going to add in a bag of frozen peas. I got permission from my friend to add in the peas. She does not like vegetables. And the last time I made this, we did it without vegetables. But, I love vegetables, and her husband loves vegetables. So we got permission this time to add peas. Okay, now the dumplings are very easy. You just need 2 cups of Bisquick pancake and baking mix and 2/3 of a cup of milk. And I'm going to pour that into my baking mix right here. And then I'm just going to stir that until a dough kind of forms. Now I also added just a smidge of salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning to the dough, or to the Bisquick mix, just to add a tiny bit of flavoring to my dumplings. Not a lot. I think it was a quarter teaspoon of salt, a quarter teaspoon of pepper, and a half teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Okay, and then there is the dough. And now I'm going to take a ice cream cookie scooper, and I'm just going to scoop it and drop it into scoopfuls into the crock pot, and then put the lid back on and let it continue cooking for another, say, 30 minutes. So let me do that, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So just a scoop, and you just start dropping them into the crock pot. And at first, these aren't going to look like there's enough, but don't worry. There's going to be more than enough dumplings on the top of this when it's done cooking. And there you go. Okay, guys, I'm putting the lid back on it and letting it go for another 30 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, it's been about 45 minutes. And look at those dumplings. Oh, yeah, baby. Let me turn this crock pot off, because it's time to let this cool down just a bit, because I need to scoop out just a little bowl full for dinner for me, and then put the lid back on and send the rest on its way to my friend's house for their dinner. Okay? So let me go ahead, and as you can see, it is bubbling away. Let me let it cool down before I get to scooping, and I'll be back. But look at how those dumplings just raised up and puffed up. Oh yeah. I'll be back. Okay, guys. There is Din Din. Chicken and dumplings. I'm about to have a little taste. So hold on just a second. Oh yeah. That is good. I'm going to go finish my Din Din. If you're new to my channel, I hope you subscribe. And as always, love, hugs, and kitty kisses. Bye, guys.